Hello, my friends on YouTube. School today was optional because we got a lot of flooding here, and so a lot of cars were getting stuck and drowning and everything. So they said, you know what, school today is optional. If you want to go, then you can. Obviously, I chose to stay, and so how about I give you a review of a very good movie. Now, this was a very hyped movie by lots of people, including myself. Because the cast is just awesome, and I love the story. I love the trailer. I really like Seth Rogen. Joseph Gordon-Levitt is one of starting to become one of my favorite modern day actors. It was becoming very critically acclaimed, and yeah, this is definitely my favorite movie of the year for many different reasons. Just such a good movie. The story of this movie is Joseph Gordon-Levitt's character, who is friends with Seth Rogen, has a girlfriend played by Bryce Dallas Howard. He gets diagnosed with this type of cancer, like that's in and around his spine, and it's not really, it's just this really rare cancer, and he has no idea how he got it. He doesn't smoke or anything, and he's healthy. It just came upon him, and that's basically what it is. Him dealing with the cancer, him and his interactions with his friends, and just, it's a really sad movie in some parts, very funny at other parts. And I know we just had a movie very similar to this where Seth Rogen had a friend who was diagnosed with cancer, Funny People. But I like this better than Funny People, and I love Funny People. This is very similar to that movie, not just the story, but really how it's not hilarious, but it's just so good, and I like it better than most comedies coming out these days. But yeah, I actually did like this slightly better than Funny People. The writing here is just so great. Just the conversations and everything, and just how it all plays out is just so entertaining. And Joseph Gordon-Levitt is just so great here. I really, I haven't seen a movie where he's disappointed me so far. I haven't seen Charlie's Angels. No, Angels in the Outfield. But he's definitely one of my favorite modern day actors making movies today. And Seth Rogen is great too. He needs to start doing, keep doing movies like this, because I don't really like him in the movies where he plays a dick. Like The Green Hornet and Observe and Report, he was just so unlikable in those, and in this movie he's a really likable, funny, nice guy pretty much. Even though he has his flaws, but he's really likable, and Seth Rogen does a great job in this. Unlike the movies where he plays a douchebag and then he just comes off as someone you just want to punch in the fucking face. Anna Kendrick from Up in the Air and stuff is in this movie. Of course, she's really good. And yeah, this movie does get very sad at some parts. Actually, like, there are a couple parts where I almost started to choke up a little bit. I'm being serious. Very well made, very, sad in parts, but it's just, it has so many emotions, like I said. Like, it's hilarious at a lot of parts, but then, you almost cry in other parts. And in that case, I'm going to make an analogy here, because I actually could relate to it a little bit. But I never was diagnosed with cancer or anything, and I know the situation I'm about to talk about is nothing compared to getting cancer and having your life on the line. But remember that finger accident that happened a couple months ago, where I totally just split open my finger? You can see it now. As you can see, it's this part is way different from the other. But yeah, after a couple of days after I had that accident, it was totally mushed up, and I had the surgery. And when they were, afterwards, when you touch when they were touching the finger, it was really, really, really loose and really mangled. And the doctor said I probably had like a 70-30% chance of keeping this part of my finger. And I just gave you the finger, but that was kind of shocking to me at first, and they said, I'd also probably have to lose my toenail. I didn't in the end, but when I was going to have the surgery, because this nail fell off and they were going to replace it, they might have to take some tissue from my toe, and I have like a phobia of losing my nails, and all that happened, and I kind of kept it, I felt okay, it felt alright, but then I kept getting more and more bad news, and I was feeling fine, but then when I kind of really, sat down and thought about everything that was happening, something just struck a chord in me one of the weeks, and I broke down just, crying one time. I had a total, nervous breakdown, and I was fine before, but it was just all that, all that stuff packed on and packed on, and what it just hits you when you start to freak out. And this movie, yeah, does capture that really good, because when he first gets the cancer, he's of course shocked, but he's not really he's kind of relaxed and stuff. But then it all comes tumbling down once it finally settles in with him that he's probably gonna fucking die. But yeah, I kept my finger, luckily, because I had the best doctor in the fucking world. Me. Yes, I definitely recommend this movie. It's my new favorite movie of the year. I'm giving it a 9.5 out of 10, and hopefully, more movie. That's the first 9.5. That's the second 9.5 out of 10 movie I've given this year. Which this hasn't been a totally bad year, because I haven't seen something worse than a 4.5. But I need to see a 10 out of 10 quickly, because we only have 3 months left. So hurry up, good movies. But yes, 9.5 out of 10. Goodbye.